Well, hi, this is Darryl Davis coming here to talk about designing a career worth smiling about. This is part of a series that we're recording to help our industry during this class action lawsuit, commission lawsuit. And these trainings are to give some opinions, to also and highlight some of the flaws in the lawsuit, but most importantly, to maybe give some new techniques or help real estate professionals become stronger at communicating what we do to the consumer buyers and sellers. What I want to talk about on this particular one is I'm sorry, I have something in my eye, is our agents worth their fees, because part of the plaintiff, for you to do a class action lawsuit in the billions, you've got to prove that what you've done or what the industry's done or the companies have done is to the detriment of the consumer and that it costs them something. So you got to validate the cost. And so the attorneys work very hard at doing that, because the higher they can validate the costs, the more money the lawyers make, because they are working on a commission, the plaintiffs. I'm not saying all attorneys are bad, but these particular ones, there's definitely, they've got some skin in the game. So in any event, so what I want to talk about is, because they have the plaintiffs, so you can't I don't know if you can do a class action lawsuit without plaintiffs. I guess you can't, right? So they got some homeowners that are saying that how they were hurt because of the commission structure in the industry. And so there's a lot of that to validate how bad we are for consumers. And I believe in my heart that real estate professionals and how we do what we do, it does not hurt homeowners or hurt buyers. It actually helps them, and it's valuable what we do. People are better because of it. So I think I have more issue with the argument that real estate professionals hurt people, period. Forget that they're like that's what really bothers me personally, because I know the agents that we coach and train are committed human beings who want to make a difference in the world, and they use real estate as the platform to express the commitment that they have. So it gets under my skin that these attorneys who are making millions of dollars, if they win, which we've already had Remax and Anywhere settle, so they've already gotten millions of dollars, these attorneys already, that they're trying to say that what realtors do hurts people. So I'm going to show you. So I did a little research myself, and there's a bunch of surveys out there about, was the agents worth their fees? Were you happy with your agent? In a 2022 survey by HomeLight, a real estate referral service, found that 67% of the sellers thought their agent fees were worth the cost of selling their home. 67%. Bankrate 2020 agent fee survey showed 58% of the respondents believe real estate fees were justified given home values and market competition. An economic analysis by researchers at Columbia University in 2017 concluded that agents' fees are likely an efficient outcome reflecting the market for their services. Some other studies is 2022, National Association of Realtors showed 77% of home buyers felt their agent fees were well worth the services they provided. Granted, that was from our own industry. Bankrate, they did another study in 2021, found that 61% believe agents' fees were reasonable. In 2019, Harrison X poll found that 63% of respondents considered typical agent commissions fair. 1000 Watt just published this. I just saw this. Great company. I suggest you subscribe to their newsletter. This is what they did in their survey, which was really interesting. Imagine that you buy a home for $500,000. Before your transaction closes, your real estate agent spends 150 hours over 2 months helping you evaluate homes, write offers, and interface with agents that represent sellers. Your agent receives $12,500 for their work, which equates to $83 per hour. What do you conclude from this? First of all, I think that is such a brilliant survey. I think that is such an articulate question. I love everything about what they just laid out. So they're talking to the buyer, saying that here's what they did. Imagine they did this. They worked this many hours. It's $83 an hour, da-da-da. Do you feel that, what did you conclude from this? So I'll show you those results again in a second. But before I do, I just want to add one more thing to that survey. That's on that one transaction they made $83 an hour. But that's not what agents make based on the averages. In one of my recordings or trainings, I showed you that agents, according to the labor statistics, U.S. labor statistics, and another U.S. News did a study, that agents make less than $50,000 a year. So they're on average, agents make way less than $83 an hour, because there's sometimes where the agent will spend 150 hours over 2 months helping a buyer evaluate houses, make multiple offers, and that buyer doesn't buy a house, or the buyer can't get a house because of the conditions that the market is in, where there's inventory so low. And then they got $0 per hour. So, but anyway, here's the results of what these buyers said. 40% said my agent was paid too much. 5% said my agent was paid too little. 55% said they were paid fairly. If I add the 5 and the 55 together, 60% of those buyers felt that the agent wasn't being overpaid. Like this lawsuit is contending that we're hurting the consumer. Were consumers happy with their agents? So this is now not about the fee, but about were they just happy? 22 survey from Cleveland Real Estate found 73% of home buyers felt their agent was worth the cost and would use them again. So all right, obviously that was also about cost, but the study was really focused on were you happy? Bankrate's 2021 survey showed 69% of the respondents were highly satisfied with the real estate agent's service and professionalism. In a 2020 survey by HarrisX, 82% of consumers who bought and sold a home in the past 5 years were satisfied with the agent and were likely to use them again. Another one, among millennium home buyers, Zillow 2019 found 71% would use the same real estate agent again based on the service, the advice, and overall experience that they had. In the 2018 survey by Real Estate Witch, reported 68% of home buyers were home sellers. 68 were home sellers were happy with their agent and would recommend them again. In a CNET report in 2017, 77% were satisfied with their agent's negotiation skill and overall support. So what I'm seeing here, according to this, that there's more people who are satisfied. Now, granted, I think when I found this, I would like to see those numbers higher. I'd like to see 80s, 90s percent. So I think as an industry, we can certainly improve that. But it's not to the way the plaintiff's attorneys are depicting the real estate professional realtors. So anyway, I hope that sheds a little light on our industry and on what we're going through. I hope this helped you. Please stay safe, stay focused. Don't forget to keep smiling. Remember, you are essential. You make a difference. Thanks, guys.